Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Planko video, but not really. In today's video, I will talk about what coasters should come in Planko 2. If that game actually comes out, let's hope it is. And later this week, I'm going to come out with a video about what general updates to the game, like mechanics that aren't roller coasters, maybe some rides, but not, definitely not roller coasters. I would like to thank Coaster Creations TV for stealing this idea from me. I'm just kidding. I saw his video and it just came out before mine did, and I saw it and like, oh, I've been meaning to do that, so I quickly pulled up the script and I'm now commentating over it after like a couple of days of not making it. But like I said, Coaster Creations TV already made a video like this, and because I don't want to be directly copying him, I'm going to take the coasters he said and put them off limits. He said to add an SPS free spin, a Mack Rise Extreme Spinner, RMC Raptors, Intamin Blitz, and Next Gen Vukomas. So these are off limits for this video because I don't want to be copying him. But I'm going to come up with a couple that he actually didn't come up, like he didn't think of. So let's get started. Number 5, Aero Special Coaster Systems. I knew I wanted to add an Aero, but I didn't know exactly which one. I was debating between this one and the Aero Mine Train. But I ended up going with this because A, we already have the Vekoma Mine Train, so we don't necessarily need another mine train. But also, I think it would just be cool to have something like Gemini in Alpine Slopes. Like, I think Alpine Slopes could use something like maybe Excalibur more than Gemini, but it's just a really cool model. It looks really good. There's really good reviews about Gemini, and that wooden structure just makes that steel coaster like feel just a little bit more special. Number 4, a kiddie coaster. I don't know a specific manufacturer, but I think the game has a massive gap in that area of small kid coasters. They already don't have a lot of family coasters in the game. You can't necessarily make a Mack Wild Mouse. You can't really make any small kid family coasters. They basically only have Mack small spinning coasters, and then the dragon and the other thing that has the horn. But if they were to add a kiddie coaster, I would want them to add the Skyline Cascade Bowl coaster, because that just looks really cool. And maybe somebody's making a smaller park, and it just seems really cool, and it gives the park like a new modern take on a kiddie coaster. But also maybe from another thing from ENF Miler, but I personally would prefer the Skyline. Number 3, Become a Flying Dutchman. This coaster, I want it because it really ties into one of the mechanics I want. And I'm not going to spoil anything else, but this coaster just seems like a perfect fit for the mechanic I want. And it just gives a different style. Instead of like going into that B&M flying position, you go onto your back and go on the lift hill, and it's just a quirky model. It feels a little bit janky, but it still seems really, really cool. Like, I know Coaster Creation has Nighthawk at his own park, so he probably doesn't I don't think he likes it. But I just think it would be really cool to have into the smaller tier parks. Number 2, Mack Power Splashes. I know that this is possible with mods, but I really think we need more water rides, because we only have the boat roller coaster, the log flume, and the rapids. I'm not 100% sure about other ones, but I may be 100% wrong. But I just think that we need more water rides into the game, and I think if they add the Mack's Power Splash, that would give the ability to do backwards and forward launches, and maybe even have switch tracks with the rotating station if they are to go that route. But I do know not all Mack Power Splashes have the rotating table, but the Mack Power Splash will have really good things to go to all the rest of the coasters, and would be a really good stepping stone into the multi-launches, the switch tracks, and it'll be a really good coaster just to cool people down on that hot day in your park. So, my top 5 list was really focused on one thing, and you're gonna know this after my number 1. My number 1 is the Intamin Hot Racer. It really seems like a really cool model, and it can do really cool things with that wall dive and all that. And we only have one of them. I think we may have 2. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to see one of these in the US. But the reason, behind most of my ideas, is because I want to see some variety. Like, in the current status of the game, there's basically only one model for each type. So it doesn't feel like you can, each and every park, there could be something different. Yes, the actual roller coaster will be different, but every single park is going to have a Infinity coaster. Everyone's going to have a GCI Woody, a CCI Woody, a Din Woody, whatever. But everyone's going to have that. And with the Intamin Hot Racer, that gives an extra single rail model that you can launch, and it's a perfect addition with the RMC Raptor. So maybe one park you build, you give the Intamin Hot Racer, but the other park you give the RMC Raptor. But that, my whole list was kind of inspired by competition / variety. So not every single park has the exact same coaster lineup. Some coasters may be better than others, but they don't have the exact same lineup. For a quick summary, Coaster Creation stated he wanted to see the SNS Free Spin, Mack Extreme Spinners, RMC Raptors, Intamin Blitzes, and next-gen Vacomas. I stated that they should add Aero Special Coaster Systems, a kiddie coaster model, the Vacoma Flying Dutchman, Mack Power Splash, and Intamin Hot Racer. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and also subscribe because it helps me a lot. And come back later this week to see the mechanics I want to see added into the game.